This is Frankie Lynch, Saturn Girl. Please visit me at frankielynch.com. I do wonderful readings. And subscribe to my YouTube channel at Frankie Lynch 777. And please like the videos. I do wonderful videos and I go live 3 days a week, Sunday, Mondays, Tuesdays in the evening. So please check it out for more details. I wanted to talk a little bit today, though, about Venus entering her home sign of Taurus. What sort of fun things can we look forward to? Well, first of all, she enters Taurus on March 16th. I believe so. That's Thursday. Oh my gosh, just a few days. Venus is my mama. I'm devoted to her. Vedius Valens describes her as love and desire. She's beauty, art, music. She rules nice things. She's also, psychologically, how we relate to people, not just romantically, but in general. Taurus is a fixed sign, which means unyielding, very hard to get going. But once it gets going, it gets going. It stays going. It's about sustained effort. Now, it's also a feminine sign, which, it's like the yin side of the spectrum, which means it's a bit more passive. Which, when you mix that with fixed, it's sort of stubborn and, again, unyielding. But Taurus is also an earth sign, which has to do with material things and resources. And Taurus has to do with food oftentimes. So anyway, Venus in Taurus can be quite acquisitive. It can be quite sensual. Again, it likes nice things. It has a healthy sense of desire. It also enjoys luxury and would much rather enjoy itself rather than be working too hard. Typically. Doesn't mean they can't be hard workers. Let's look at some events and some past occurrences here. So number 1, we have May 28th of last year through June 22nd. Here are some interesting stories. First of all, Malaysia bans the export of chicken to other countries due to its own internal shortages and high prices. So their neighbor, though, Singapore, really relied on their chicken exports to make its signature dish, satay, which is pretty yummy. It's like chicken meat on a skewer, with some little peanut butter sauce on it and stuff. Again, their signature dish. What's Taurus, partly known for? Food. And Venus and Taurus would like good food and nice food. And, it's a pretty good dish. So anyway, what else happened? Oh, Queen Elizabeth II celebrated 70 years on the throne. And she's a Taurus sun. So that's sort of an interesting thing. And I believe one of the esoteric people I read attributes the sign Taurus to Britain as well, to England. Anyway, UK inflation rate soars to a 40-year high. Now, Venus has a little bit to do with our finances and resources too. And we think of Taurus like that as well. It's funny to note that Merrill Lynch, that finance firm, they have a big bull, bull, as their logo, their mascot. Right? That's the big bull outside in New York, right? That big bronze statue. So anyway, so inflation makes sense, right? It's too much money chasing too few goods. Oh, and then Roe v. Wade was overturned. I don't know what that has to do with Venus and Taurus. I think there may have been an aspect to Pluto or something. I have to go back and look at that chart. Anyway, then we have April 14th to May 8th of 2021. Derek Chauvin was found guilty of the murder of George Floyd. So that was sort of like a gift, in a way, to some of us. And Venus and Taurus does represent nice things and gifts. So I don't know if we can really, that's sort of a stretch of a connection. But speaking of abundance, which is another thing having to do with Taurus and Venus, we had an overabundance of vaccines, but not enough demand. right? So we started having to redistribute them, and they were trying to sell the vaccines harder a bit. So anyway, then we had states cancel orders for vaccines. And again, they sent them elsewhere. Then we have March 5th to April 2nd of 2020. Ooh, one thing I do see is teachers going on strike, or strikes in general. But the Minnesota teachers went on strike at that time. We saw the beginnings of the pandemic and lockdown. Colorado abolished the death penalty, and we'll see another state that did that during Venus and Taurus as well. Maybe it's about valuing lives. Anyway, what was the next one? Oh, $1.8 trillion stimulus package. Here's another money thing. And it was sort of like the first time when they sort of bailed us out a little bit, because of the pandemic. And then Amazon workers went on strike. So that's about people trying to claim what's theirs and their own resources and their own value and what they are due. So we do see, it's sort of second house stuff, but, we can think about, again, resources, perhaps as wages, as material things as well. So anyway, then we have May 15th to June 8th, 2019. Alabama made abortion a felony. So that's something similar to the Roe v. Wade thing. So that's sort of wild. Ooh, someone from an Oregon high school staff member and a former college football star, his name was Keenan Lowe. So he disarmed a school shooter. And luckily, I don't think anyone was hurt. Don't quote me on that. But someone walked in with a shotgun and he disarmed him. So anyway, that's pretty cool. What a hero. And then New Hampshire repealed the death penalty. So again, Venus and Taurus with these death penalty things. It's sort of like, it's mercy, right? And we can think of our lives, as fueled by resources and material things. So it's sort of like being given our life back, which is sort of cool. Even though I know people, a lot of people who are violent criminals, but anyone can be reformed. I'd like to think so. And then March 30th through April 24th of 2018, we had Oklahoma teachers walk out and make a 110-mile march from Tulsa to Oklahoma City. And they were protesting, again, low pay, poor benefits and all those sorts of things. Then the program that gave Flint, Michigan citizens free bottled water because of all that lead in the water. It was ended because, the politicians started saying that water was safe. But, citizens are like, yeah, right. But that's pretty cruddy. You think about Venus in Taurus as being abundance and all that sort of stuff. But remember, Uranus has been in Taurus too. So that's precarity sometimes with resources. Again, the water thing going on. Nationwide water shortages. 200 million eggs were recalled. That's another food resource. Colorado teachers walk out. Another strike thing, trying to reclaim resources. And then Barbara Bush dies at 92. I don't know, that was a gift to me. So, well, anyway, that's some fun stuff. Some a fun look at the past of these sorts of occurrences. And my phone was almost out of battery, so it did that thing where it stopped me for a second. But anyway, I love you, and subscribe to my stuff and visit me, and I love you and all that junk. I love you.